Most AI chatbots don't know your files, your business, or your data, which means they often give random guesses instead of real answers. But what if your chatbot actually did know your data? In this video, I'll show you how to build one using Botpress. Its powerful knowledge agent lets you train your bot with a website URL, PDF, text files, and even API requests. And stick around until the end because I will also show you how to add it onto any website and connect it to the most popular communication channels like WhatsApp, Messenger, or Slack. The reason I really like Botpress is that it combines the best of both approaches. It's no-code friendly, so you don't need to be a developer to get started. Botpress gives you drag-and-drop interface where you can build conversational flows visually. For example, you can create a simple FAQ bot just by uploading a PDF with your company policies, or set up a welcome message that greets visitors when they land on your site, all without touching the code. But it also has advanced features if you're technical and want to customize deeply. You can write custom scripts in JavaScript, connect APIs, or even integrate with your internal system. For instance, a developer could connect the chatbot to a CRM like HubSpot. So when a customer asks about the order status, the bot can actually look up the order in real time instead of just giving generic answer. From the main workspace dashboard, click Create Bot. Next, I'm going to select an agent, brand AI assistant, and I think the main difference between all these is inside the instruction prompt and how the chatbot will respond based on that instruction. For the website URL, I have created a basic Notion website which provides the list of services that this bot will provide information on. Things like business strategy consulting, AI consulting integration, and operation optimization, as well as FAQ. So I'm just going to copy the URL, paste the website URL here, click Add Website, and give it a minute to discover all the information. So the website has been discovered. As you can see, the URL is there. You can pick and choose which pages to expose for the chatbot information, as well as you can include and exclude specific patterns. Next, I'm going to upload some files. In here, I'm going to include this PDF with pricing plans that has different packages and their price. What's included in that package, who is it for, similarly for the premium package, as well as the custom enterprise package with custom pricing. So if someone asks the chatbot about the services and the prices, it'd be able to respond based on this information. Finally, I'm going to upload another text document with internal policies. So if someone asks questions about any of those, the chatbot will be able to provide them. Click Next, and on this screen we can see an overview that our AI agent will be created with 2 files, 1 URL, create agent, and give it a minute to deploy everything. So now that the bot has been created, first I'm going to ask some information from the Notion page about the services. So the response that we got back is quite intuitive. We can see all the overview of all the services with ability to click learn more and get more details about a particular service. So next I'm going to try and test the PDF document and see if we can retrieve the pricing plans. Again, we have received a pretty nice overview of different packages, and we can click into individual package to get more information. From this screen, we can also customize our bot look and feel just to match your brand or website, as well as there is a way to add it to a website by pasting this script onto your HTML page. And here on the theme section, we can specify the header, the color, the look and feel, as well as paste your own CSS just to customize even further. From the main workspace, we can also further customize this by clicking the edit button, and here we can customize the agent behavior. First of all, the instructions will specify the behavior and the responses of the agent. This is generated by default based on the type of agent that you have selected, but you can further customize it to your own needs. So next is the knowledge base. It's all the information that your AI agent can use to provide answers. This can include website to URL, different documents, information from the tables. You can allow it to search the web to help with the responses, type in the text, as well as integrate with Notion to give it access to different pages, upload information from API for advanced users. So inside tools, we can add integrations that specify what your bot can do, like reading documents or calling API. And then those integrations can be used inside workflows to guide the conversation and decide when each tool should be used. So once a workflow is created, it can then be used across different communication channels like WhatsApp, Telegram, Messenger. So it works and behaves exactly the same everywhere. Alright, so we've tested the chatbot and confirmed it's pulling answers from all our data sources. But what if we want to go further and build a customized workflow? This is where Botpress really shines because it works for both non-technical users and developers. This workflow is designed for a customer service chatbot that can handle two different types of tasks. So the first path is for answering common customer questions about the company, like the type of pricing plans do they have, what type of services do they might offer, as well as some insights into company policies. And the chatbot can do this easily by looking up information that we have already provided inside the knowledge base during the configuration. So the second path is for a bit more complex specific tasks, like checking an order status. As part of this, we're going to capture the user input, the order ID, and then we're going to use the information to send the request to a third-party system to fetch information about that order. And this information is then displayed to a user. So, if you're a business owner with no coding background, you can build usable chatbot with just uploaded documents and drag and drop flow. However, if you're a developer, you can unlock advanced integrations and custom logic to make the bot truly powerful. When a user starts a conversation, they will see this multiple choice menu with several options. If a user selects pricing plans, service info, or a company policies, they're going to get directed onto this autonomous node. Think of the autonomous node as a smart, self-sufficient assistant that you don't need to give step-by-step instructions. Instead, you just point it at the source of information, like the knowledge base, and it uses AI to find and deliver the best answer to the user's implied questions. This is incredibly fast to set up and requires zero coding. However, if a user decided to check an order status, they are sent down a different path to a standard node. A standard node is like a traditional flowchart. It follows a precise step-by-step sequence of instructions that you define using these cards. This gives you a complete control over the bot's behavior. There are 4 different steps inside this node. First of all, the user is being asked about the order number. We then capture this input using this variable here. That variable is then being passed to this custom code and used as a parameter inside this request. We capture the response from that request, and then we attach the response information under this workflow final message. Finally, that message is displayed to the user, which should have information about the order. And to test the fetching and displaying the order information, I have generated an API endpoint on this mock API.io. And this lets you create a number of different endpoints with the data that you can return and test your bot with. So with this in mind, I think it's time to put this workflow to the test. We can test this workflow directly in this emulator. So I'm just going to type in hi. And as you can see, we can see the message that matches the message here. And then we have this multiple choice of 4 items just here. We're just going to pick pricing plans, and we've got a basic info about all the packages that we provide. If we inspect the search knowledge instructions, I haven't provided anything too specific, just provide short, max 1-2 sentences overview of pricing plans with an option to go into more details. And inside emulator, this is exactly what has happened. We have a quick overview with an option to go into individual package. So if you click into a basic package, you get more information about that package. So right now, after the bot answers a question about any of these choices from this menu, the conversation more or less ends. And obviously a much better experience is to ask user if there is anything else that they need to know about. And if they say yes, perhaps the conversation should be looped back to this menu. And this would allow the user to ask multiple questions in a single session, making the bot far more useful. But obviously for the purpose of this video, that would just take too long. So now let's go and check the other section of the code, check my order. I'm going to type in hi again, check my order, and we have hit the first message here to capture the user input. The one is captured, request is sent, and then we have the message which is retrieved from the API. And if we look closely, this matches the customer name, the ID that I have used, and the date has been parsed from timestamp to a readable format. Now, for this to be production ready, this could definitely do with improved error handling. For example, what's going to happen when an order is not found based on the ID supplied? Do you want the user to retry again once or twice? What kind of message we want to display? Maybe they want to provide an email address so someone can check it manually based on their name. Nodes are the fundamental building blocks of your workflow. The key difference between the types is how much control you want versus how much work you want the AI to do for you. Standard nodes are for the process-driven tasks. You define every single step using a card in a specified sequence. They are perfect for when you need a predictable control process like booking an appointment, processing a payment, or looking up a specific order. You are in the full control. The autonomous nodes are for the knowledge-driven tasks. They operate with a lot more freedom. You give them a very vague goal and answer a specific question about pricing and access to a knowledge base, and the AI handles the conversation from there. This is ideal for FAQ and general questions and answer, and it will save you a lot of time to having manually build the flows for every possible question. If nodes are the building blocks, cards are the tools you put inside them to make the bot do things. You can stack cards inside the standard node to create a sequence of actions. Here are some of the most common types. Basic communication and capture. Send message multiple choice, used to send text, images, or present buttons and choices to the user. Capture information, gathers and stores user input like their name, email, or any other personal information. Knowledge bases. This card is used in autonomous nodes to search your upload documents or website data for an answer. AI tasks, a powerful card that lets you give complex instructions to AI in plain English. Generative AI cards like OpenAI, Grok, or Anthropic. These allows you to directly access specific large language models for tasks like text generation, translation, or creative writing. Execute code allows you to run custom JavaScript to perform calculations called third-party APIs, like we did for the order lookup or interact with database. Extract contents can pull structured information like JSON from unstructured text. Browser allows your bot to perform automated actions on a website like scraping data or filling out forms. PDF generator creates a PDF documents from data within your workflow. Botpress allows you to connect chatbots to multiple channels like website, WhatsApp, Messenger, or even Slack, so the users can engage on their preferred platform. The process involves selecting a channel, authorizing it with the right credentials, then adjusting some configuration test settings and testing the deployment. Today I'll be focusing on the Slack integration, showing you how to link a Botpress bot to a Slack workspace for a super easy integration. Go to the API slack.com/apps, click Create App. From scratch, give the application a name, select the workspace, create app. Go to the Permissions tab, scroll down to Scopes, and then add a couple of scopes here. First one I'm going to add is App Mentions. This will allow to see bot messages when it's mentioned. Next, I'm going to allow it to see channel history, so we can see message history in public channels. I will also do chat write, so we can actually post messages on the channel. Lastly, I'm going to allow group history, so we can view messages in the private channels. And once all the scopes are added, we need to install it to the workspace. Allow. Copy the bot user token. Go to the socket mode. Enable the socket mode. Give the token a name and click Generate. Copy the token, click Done. On the left, go to the event subscriptions, enable events, subscribe to bot events, and here I'm going to list all the bot events that I want to subscribe to. Once happy with the list of events, click Save Changes. So finally, we now need to add the integration inside the Botpress. Inside the chatbot configuration, go to the communication channels, click Slack, install integration, click on the Authorize Slack and follow on-screen instructions. For the credentials, select Manually supply the refresh token and secret and get the signing secret from Slack, basic information, signing secret. copy, paste it here. For the client ID, go back to the Slack, copy this one. Likewise for the client secret. And finally, we can retrieve the bot token from install apps and copy the bot user or OAuth token. Paste it here and click Save Configuration. And if you can see an error message like this, it means the token rotation hasn't been enabled in Slack. So we need to go back to the Slack, go to the permissions, and here we get a message that at least one URL needs to be set before we can enable the token rotation. So going back to the Botpress, you just need to copy this URL here, go back to the Slack, add new URL, add, save URL, and here we need to opt in for the token rotation. And this provides an expiration date on this token, so you might need to generate a new one after some time. So if we go back to the Botpress, click Close, save changes again, and now the Slack is successfully configured. And that's it, we've just built a fully customized AI chatbot with Botpress, trained it on our own data, tested it with the ability to add it into any website using custom styling. The big takeaway here is that AI chatbots don't have to be generic. With the right setup, they can actually understand your business, your documents, and your customers. Whenever you are a business owner using no-code tools or a developer building advanced integrations, you now have everything you need to create a chatbot that delivers true value. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below with the kind of chatbot you're planning to build. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.